What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about how digital gaming is the future. Now, I know that statement alone is going to trigger some people. Some people are going to dislike, unsub, send me a glitter bomb, but hear me out, because first and foremost, I'm a connoisseur of video games. I love the digital and physical format because ultimately video games are played on a television, so it doesn't matter if I'm holding the game in my hand, because most importantly, I'm enjoying it on a television screen. So the reason why I'm focusing on digital today and talking about digital gaming is because I read an article that Nintendo will be shutting down the WiiWare channel next year, meaning some exclusive titles that were only on the Wii Shop channel are no longer going to be available. Now, this led a lot of people talking and boasting positive outlooks on physical media and why it's so important that we still get physical, because these games, if they were physically distributed, then we could still enjoy them. But with this channel getting deleted, these games are going to be gone from obscurity. Well, my friends, not necessarily with the power of emulation. Emulation, the evil E word. Some people completely hiss at it and they'll tell you things like, oh, you're stealing money from the company, or it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like, authentic enough, while they play the Super NES Mini via emulation on their HD television instead of a tube television on their original Super Nintendo using a cartridge. But yes, emulation. And people can put these digital games on the World Wide Web, so if these games get deleted from the distributors and the companies, we can still enjoy them. And that, to me, is a very futuristic outlook on the history of video gaming and the way that we can enjoy it years and years to come. Because let's face it, with physical media, like anything physical, it has the capacity to decay. We see a lot of clone consoles coming out because of, consoles like the Sega CD. It's dying out. Those lasers are no longer working anymore. Some people, their NES doesn't work anymore, or Super Nintendo. So you have these clone consoles coming out trying to still keep the physical drive alive, and I really, really like that concept, because I think physical format is very important for gaming history. And that's why I don't really rag too much on collectors, because even though they may have a shelf full of games that maybe they don't play, at least they're keeping these games preserved for the future, and maybe they'll get donated to museums, and maybe people can actually see what an Atari 2600 looks like. But one of the reasons why I kind of jumped from retro collecting and kind of went strictly digital when it comes to old games is because, honestly, I feel like as long as you enjoy the game, it doesn't really matter what medium you're playing it on, as long as it plays well. I mean, I've never really met anyone who's listened to an Iron Maiden album like Power Slave, and they were listening to it on their MP3, and they were saying how much the song, like 2 Minutes to Midnight, sounds much better on vinyl. You don't really hear that too much. I mean, there are people that are audio snobs out there that will say that vinyl is far more superior, and I agree with that. Analog recording sounds best on the analog format. But the thing that I'm getting at is we can still enjoy these, thankfully, to a digital format. And, physical after a while is going to be non-existent in some aspects. I mean, the retro prices are going up. So we also have these aspects of physical media being completely destroyed. What I'm getting at is, of course, that awesome zapper lamp that you see on Etsy that you keep tagging me in on social media. That zapper right there, someone's going to see that, they're going to be like, oh, I can make that. And before you know it, the zapper gun is going to be obsolete and hard to find. Some of these people, they look at, the Super Mario Duck Hunt cart and they think that we have a million of them. Well, the prices went up because people have been taking that cartridge that we have plenty of and tearing them apart and putting Raspberry Pis inside of them. And with that being said, that's making that thing become like a relic. And it's really, really sad. I really hate that aspect. I mean, if someone has a broken NES that doesn't work and they can't get it to work, then sure, turning it into a Pi is freaking awesome. But to take physical media and gut it to make a repro card, or gut it to make a lamp or a collage or something like that, but at the same time you hate digital, it makes no sense whatsoever. And let's not even mention the arcades. There are so many arcade games that unfortunately were never released on console, and with licenses and copyrights, we may never see them on a digital format unless it is emulation. Now, I was really surprised that we got Dungeons and Dragons from Capcom, a nice 90s style beat 'em up game. I was very surprised that we got that on PSN, Xbox Live, and the Wii U network. But the thing is, there's still games out there like Alien vs. Predator by Capcom that we may never see ever again because they don't have the rights to those games anymore. We may never see it, but you can still play it through emulation. And I have to honestly say, if by any chance we do get a download of Alien vs. Predator like on PSN with online co-op, yes, I'm going to be buying that day one. Freaking awesome game. So that is some of my thoughts when it comes to digital versus physical. Now, I have no gripes towards either or. I like physical and digital. It mainly depends on the finances. If the digital is a little cheaper, I'm going to lean towards that. But if it's the same price, I'd rather have it in my hand and enjoy it. But this is where I want you guys to come in. Let me know with a comment below if you enjoy physical or digital and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, guys, be sure to hit that bell for future notifications on this channel, whether it's a podcast, let's play discussion like this. And I'm always trying to come out with the weekly content, so hitting that bell will let you guys know when there's a new video out. As always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.
Can't get enough of Excess Gaming Podcast? Be sure to check out our audio podcast on podomag.com. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you have a YouTube channel or podcast you'd like to share, be sure to check us out on Facebook on our group page and join the community. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support and happy gaming.